No look back pass, if you ask me, and look at the movement. Everything made to measure. Another beautiful one to Ogenyo Nazi and Kelechi Iheanacho.
All right, pictures don't lie. So that was it. That was what went down. Nigeria 4, Cameroon 0. I'm going to treasure this moment. I'm sure you're going to do that as well. We grew up watching football, and they tell you names of countries like the Black Stars of Ghana, Domitable Lions of Cameroon, and even before the game, you're afraid of what's going to happen. I'm not going to be the only one doing the talking tonight. Let me quickly introduce my partners on the show to you. It's always good to have these guys in the studio. I hope the time will be enough for us to look at everything that happened. Tolu Olorunmoteni is here with us tonight. Tolu, what a special day.
What a day to be in Nigeria, man. 4-0.
Wow.
I mean, I remember being here the day Nigeria played Corsica, and I said we should be dominating games like that, test game or not. Hey, this is the best way to respond after losing 2-0 in an embarrassing fashion, and South Africans hit the woodwork 2 more times. Could have been 4-0.
Yeah, could have.
I remember seeing that game with the media officer of South Africa in the same box, and I laughed him to score in the first half. And when they scored both goals in the second half, how could I look? I couldn't look at Dominic's face anymore because South Africa were cruising. But hey, I wish I was in New York today.
Joseph Bukuzi, I don't know what to say, but let me welcome you.
Always a pleasure, Yemi. And what a night. What a night. Quite frankly, I'm as happy as a clown. Quite frankly, it is unbelievable. It's a dreamland, quite frankly. You know, Nigeria is in dreamland, and you know, it's unbelievable that we could beat Cameroon so comfortably the way we've done.
And it could have been more.
It could have been more, and with ease. This is the kind of game you watch with friends over a few drinks, you know, just have fun. Right. And they really made it easy, and it was a highly determined performance by the team. You have to give credit to everybody. It's very, very difficult to pick a single player.
Joseph, let's begin to see some of these things on playback. First, we'll start with the goals. These players were uncharacteristically they were not selfish.
They weren't.
You know, Moses Simon, Victor Moses. I mean, I remember Tolu saying Simon could have scored if he wanted to, but caught the ball back. I don't know how Kelechi Iheanacho was able to tilt his head back.
It was tight. It was almost as if the ball was...
it was gone past him.
Exactly. But what he did was he tried to redirect his head and focus, because he could easily have headed that ball out. But he was he was focused, and he was able to get the head, and it was a free header anyway. There was nobody challenging him. If not, he would have missed it. But what a game. It was a highly determined display by the team. They made sure that the Cameroonians never won a ball. You look at what Leon Balogun did with Vincent Abubakar. He was almost absent all through the game. I was looking for him. The balls were far in between.
Look at goal I was talking about.
Nazi was very meticulous the way he took on that defender and picked his marker. You know, it was an excellent outing, quite frankly. It's difficult to spot any...
All right, there's some of the moments. For me, this was what won us the game. Odion Ighalo, he just bullied.
He just shoved.
Three Cameroonian defenders got yellow cards off Odion Ighalo alone.
Look, this is what happens when you are in form with your club side. Odion had scored 8 goals in his last 11 games in China. China or not, hey, he got both central defenders on the yellow cards. Before getting that goal. Someone might feel the central defender allowed him too much space. That was all he could do because he was on a yellow card.
Exactly.
And Odion was bearing that on goal. If he had attempted another thing to foul him, it's a second yellow and it's a sending off. So he had to be smart about it.
And the second goal, 2 defenders chasing Odion Ighalo, what looked like a clumsy,
very badly taken corner kick, and the dummy just opened up the defense, and Mikel was very, very smart. He went for the ball before the Cameroonians could. You know, it was instinctive, pure instinctive, born out of determination. You know, because they were really determined they knew that just 1 goal was not enough, and when the opportunities came, he had to take it. It was a brilliant goal.
Let's talk about one man that I want to be calm in my praises. I'm not too surprised. I want to be calm, but one man who it's going to be hard to give him below 8 over 10. Ikechukwu Ezenwa, a lot of people were nervous when the coach said it's going to be in goal. He made quite a number of saves.
He did.
And he was quite confident the way he just handled himself. Went for the area balls, didn't miss any. There was one occasion where an on-rushing Cameroonian attacker was made to look like a fool. You know, it was interesting seeing him. that kind of dominant performance.
Not just against, because if you look at it, he played very well in the last CHAN qualifiers. He was very, very excellent. Yeah. But when you look, this one, you have to give him more credit because of the profile of this match.
Yes.
This is one game that even before the match started, Nigerians were seriously freaking out because it's a very, very difficult game. Cameroon has always...
Just look at this.
The calmness, the determination.
You know, in front of like three
defenders, and he was still able to focus on the ball and pick the ball.
Without any protection from the ref.
Without any protection. And if you look at the way he comported himself all through, there was a save he made. The Cameroonian took a shot from outside the 18. He grabbed it. I thought he was going to spill it. Yeah. So many goalkeepers would have spilled.
Could have gone in.
Could have done it, but he held his own, held it calmly, and, you know, stood up immediately after. It was really a determined, you know, display by him. He never really acted like somebody who was doing it for the first time.
Apart from the saves, I mean, because those are the kind of things you judge a keeper on. I just talked about his area dominance and the save. What about his ball distribution? Something I also felt was on point today as well.
Look, one thing is clear. We play the ball from the back. And Ikechukwu Ezenwa, right from his days at Sunshine Stars, when I have known him, as a goalkeeper who plays the ball from the back, conveniently. So on the ball, he's good with his feet. And that was one thing he had to... We needed someone who could do. There were times when the Cameroonians pressed us so high up, almost pegging the defenders back into the 18-yard box. And he was always available to pick the pass back to Leon Balogun, back to Shehu Abdullahi when necessary. And he did that very well. Look, I'm more interested also in his composure and the way he was able to command his area. Look, some of those games when you're playing in a very high-profile game for the very first time, and you're making your real debut. I mean, for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, with about 40,000 people, you can't afford to make mistakes. The onus is on you. You play for a local league side. Any little mistake, and look, that wasn't so bad because there are 2 goals that any goalkeeper could have. But look, look at the way the whole world made it look like, or the whole of Nigeria made it look like he's the worst goalkeeper in the world, which is absolutely wrong. So I thought Ikechukwu Ezenwa was assured in goal. As time went on during the game, his confidence grew. He could even feint Vincent Abubakar at some point in the game. And I thought he wasn't tested too many times, but every time he was called upon, really, I thought he was not too assured, but I think he did well enough to handle those balls. He was second-guessing some of them, but hey, he still did what he had to do. And he has kept another clean sheet for Nigeria. Very vital for his country. We're
going to rate the players later, maybe later on the show. But let's take a look at some of the missed opportunities that we had. Before the goal, we had quite a number of chances. This one in particular, I was thinking to myself, what was the guy?
You know, quite frankly, this is a goal. You know, if you look at Odion Ighalo, fine was actually an offside position. But he didn't touch the ball. Okay,
let's look at the rule. The rule says it was interfering with play. So it was interfering with play. Even though he didn't touch the ball, but it was interfering with play. You could argue.
He wanted to hit the ball.
You could argue that the keeper
touch it. But he interfered with the play. Yeah, it actually slowed down Fabrice Ondoa. He could have gone for the ball, but because of Odion Ighalo's movement towards the ball.
But it was a tricky ball. You have to give credit to Victor Moses. It was a tricky ball. Even if he had not gone for the ball, the goalkeeper would have struggled for it because it was placed in between. And a Cameroonian defender could easily have come in and created confusion. You know, it was played in such a way that the defenders and the strikers could actually jostle for the ball and creating some form of misunderstanding that could have led to a goal.
We're going to break now. So to you, it was a good goal?
It was a good goal. It was a good goal.
And
obviously offside.
Okay. All right. We won the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Let's go on a break. When we return, there's still so much for you on Sports Tonight. Join us again.